Hello.
Hello.
After a break, happy to be on this nice
Platform.
platform.
Yeah, you
So
you
yeah,
were anyway you were anyway online every day.
yes,
I was the one off
for a while,
for a while. I was in Mara, then I went to India,
India
my home for
have internet connection issues.
yeah.
Where are you
There
staying?
are
Even Mara can get in a place like Mara is getting connection. Where are you staying in India?
I live in a very untouched location, which is pristine, and we
I'll
yeah
try to think about it. By the way, we have a very special guest with us today. It's new faces, new experiences, and in this particular case, I was seeing Captain for the first time in my life in the Mara. We come across many guests in our so far experience of last 10 to 11 years, but then this was like a energy bomb. Whether be it about music, be it about dance, and when it comes to photography, superb. So you have anything to add more, Hermi?
no, I'm just sharing the program in Facebook.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
So
After that, I'll tell my views about Captain.
so captain by profession is a captain in Emirates. And but then when you think about a captain and you think he will be very serious, completely like a more executive type person, but then the moment you saw him, you interact with him, he is chill, he's all very cool, very easy to mingle, very easy to travel with. And beyond anything, there was one particular incident which made me feel head over heels flat on his photography, which was on a beautiful sunset. I'm sure he's going to share that particular image. So there are certain moments, certain experiences, and personally, a big person, I mean a beautiful person, a great human with a lot of human values which you can adapt, learn, and a lot from him. That was my experience, my feel about
Yeah,
dearest captain.
I met Captain in Al Qudra one fine morning when I was searching for what is it, uh, kingfisher. So I saw one small tent, and one head popped out of that. So by that time, I couldn't, like, I don't know who he is, so I didn't. Usually, I don't go and talk to people directly. So I was waiting for a couple more days. Then we came across each other in our vehicles, and yeah, we spoke about many things photography related. Then when I told him we are doing a trip to Masai Mara, he said he's on, and we traveled together. We had a great time in Mara, almost 7 days, 6 days. We spent in Mara photographing a lot of species. A great experience, as Nisha said, a great human and a very energy booster. So I don't know where, like, what more to talk about, Captain. So let me try to connect Captain on board. Nisha, your mic is off.
Yeah, yeah, I'm just trying to share the same in all other social media channels so that it can be reached to more people.
I'm just waiting for Captain's connection.
Okay, do you want to give a call?
Yeah, no, it's fine. Hello, Captain.
Okay. Okay, 1 second. Yeah. So Captain is here. So let's add our energy booster. Hello.
Hello, people.
You still have that music in your phone.
Oh, I have it every morning. I have it every morning. Hello, Nisha.
Yeah.
Hello.
Queen of
How are you?
Excellent. I'm doing fantastic. How about you guys?
Very good.
Good,
Very
good.
good. Yeah. We've been talking about you. In fact, some gossiping about you. And your dance skills and your music skill, and out of everything, your photography skills.
Thank you very much. You know, as they
All
say in
skills.
Hollywood, it doesn't matter what they say behind your back as long as they're talking something. They're saying something. It's an honor to be here,
But
that's for sure.
thank you. I mean, it's a pleasure to be with you. Even I'm really hoping to see you all back in Mara soon, but at least in this virtual world, definitely I'm very happy to see you all back.
Oh, definitely. It's a pleasure. It's a pleasure, guys. It was just an utmost experience ever.
Thank
We're
you.
happy that you were happy.
It was great to host you there.
Yeah. So this is our captain, as we mentioned.
Yeah.
Now,
And Captain, you can say a little about yourself before we start.
About myself, I'm not a very complicated person. I'm a airline captain by profession. I'm currently flying a 380 for Emirates Airline. I almost closed every airline in Canada, and flew for United Nations all over Africa, so I'm kind of familiar with the African life. And what else? Photography was always my passion. I started with a D80, moved on to D90, and I didn't know what was my field. I was a landscape photographer, portrait photographer. So I have all the lenses, all the equipment for all the different type of photography. And this pandemic forced me to get out the house and start taking some pictures of birds, and fell in love with it. And I cannot fly, so I was watching these guys fly and enjoy these guys, the true aviators fly. And that was my way of satisfying my aviation part. And I just love the nature. And the whole idea of photography for me is to convey a message, tell a story, tell exactly what it is, not what I saw, but also what I felt. I'm not into lying into my photography. No Photoshop, no manipulating pixels. If the bird is ugly, his beauty is in his ugliness. So, and that's it. Love the nature, and this is where I am now.
Great.
And you have a
taking the pictures. I really enjoyed sharing of
Captain. Somebody titled you. I'm just sharing that. Can you see?
Gatekeeper.
I think it's Venki.
It's actually funny because one of the Dubai municipality member, he said, he came to me, he said, who are you? You spend every morning here. And I said, I'm a photographer. I showed him my website and Instagram. And he said, I'm in charge of the whole thing. And I didn't even know there's so many species around here. So it's a great thing. It's nice to have a place that we can go enjoy the birds and the nature. It's just beautiful.
So you are the gatekeeper of Al Qudra, and you are the energy booster of Masai Mara. So tell me, how was your experience with us in Masai Mara?
Oh, Mara. Mara was a dream. Mara is any wildlife photography, any those places. It should be on everyone's bucket list. It's the nature, the animal, just watching them free, the way they're supposed to be in real life and real nature is just amazing. No pollution, colors are vibrant. Everything is just so beautiful. I hate to look at them through the lens. So what I had to force myself to stop taking pictures, stop taking videos, and just look and just watch and take as much as I could. Just absorb this beautiful nature. It's just it should be on everyone's bucket list, that's for sure. Yeah. Everyone's bucket list.
Good. So what are you going to show us today?
Well, I was going to share a lot
all about.
I came back with tons of pictures. That's the good thing about Mara was, let me just tell you something about Mara. For people that are considering taking Mara as a next trip, the things that I had concerns and expectations, and I'm going to talk about some of those. And obviously one was Corona, the accommodation, the food, the safety environment of the animals and the nature. Corona was just all protected. The staff at Malaikam camp were all tested. Everything was thought of. The signs, the sanitations, everything was equipped, fully supported for Corona. And that was one thing. Accommodations, as a UN United Nations pilot, I lived in Africa, so I was ready for living it the hard way, but it was a 5-star. 5-star. It's a tent, but it's just beautiful. It was beautiful. I slept so well. The oxygen was, I don't know, was the oxygen or just, I don't know what it was, but I slept so well every night. The camp it's not a bush camp. It's you cannot call it a bush camp. And I lived all my life in hotels around the world, and it's not a bush camp. Food, I'm a pure plant-based vegetarian. So at the end of every safari, I was looking forward to see what was the dinner, what was lunch, and it was really good. The chef was just amazing. He was just amazing. The food was a 5-star. Safety, very nice. Even though you're in the middle of the bush, you have so many guards and protections. If you're walking from the camp, from the tent back to the main tent, there's always someone guiding you. The security was there. These are the concerns. Environmentally, and I didn't want it to be part of those safaris that do whatever to just take the picture. So with Paws Trails and the gang, the team was just amazing. They were always concerned about the nature, always concerned about the animal privacy. We never, ever disturb their habitat or their behavior or their environment just because we wanted to take a picture. And that was a main concern for me. I want to take a picture, but I don't want to take it at any cost. And so that was good. My targets were obviously, I wanted to get the big 5. I got the big 5. I wanted to get some birds. I got the birds. I wanted to get the cubs. I got the cheetah cubs. I got the leopard cubs. I got the lion cubs. I got all the cubs. I wanted to get close-up and portraits. I got all of that. I wanted to get action and hunts. I got all of that. Unfortunately, some of them are just too graphic to share on social media. I promised my son to get Scar, and I got Scar. And thanks to our wonderful, amazing.
Yeah, the first day itself, I remember you sending the picture to your son.
Yeah, he was very happy with that. Friends were all waiting for Scar, the most famous lion in Masai Mara, and I got Scar. I got his brothers. Also, even though I was hoping that every day, that the 6 days will be all sunny and clear, so for better photography, but I always wanted to get the lions with rain, and I wanted to get their shake, and I wanted to get the high winds, and I got that as well. So I wanted to get the silhouette. I got the silhouettes. I wanted to get a local chant from the local people and the dance. I got that. So everything I wanted, every single item that I had on my list, I managed to get in that 6 days. As I said, I came back with 14,000 clicks, and the hard part is just to go through them and decide which one you want to share, and it's just amazing. It was very good. The safari itself was very good, very organized, and thank you guys. It was very easy for us on our end, but when you stop and think about it, there's so much preparation, so much planning and organizations, logistical feasibility that went behind the scene that made it so easy for us. And it was such a smooth safari. Everything was programmed for us, and it wasn't programmed because you guys wanted to go take some pictures and we were tagging along. No, everything was based on our request. If we wanted to get Scar, it was based on that, and it was just well organized. I never felt that the guide wanted to get back to the camp. He was the one actually trying to stay out there last minute. I mean, sometimes John, the sun is already out. It's pitch dark, and he was still out there looking. And and also I was concerned about me waiting for the shot. I make everybody else uncomfortable because they're all waiting. It wasn't like that. They were so relaxed, and it just a smooth transition. What else? Every morning we had a warm water bottle, blanket. We had a mattress for lying down. I told Hermie that I wanted to get a low shot. I'm really, in my photography, I like to go eye level or even below, looking up at the subject. And so Hermie had the door removed, and that was beautiful. That was great. So, what else I can tell you about? Logistical bean bags, blankets, binoculars, charging your iPhone, having 4G in the middle of nowhere, and that was well planned.
Oh, yeah.
And I think that fresh water, breakfast out in the bush every morning. It was a different breakfast. It wasn't the same thing over and over. It was just it was an event. Every part of it was an event. And as a photographer, it was very challenging as well, because if you're targeting a subject, you study well ahead, you plan, you know what lens you're gonna use, how you're gonna approach the subject, which angle you want to take the shots. But when you're going from 6 o'clock in the morning to 6 o'clock at night, the light is changing, the subject is changing, the background is changing, your angles are changing. You're going high speed, you're going low speed, you're going portrait, you're going right between the bushes, you're having a hard time autofocusing, you're manual focusing, and all of that, the whole 12 hours, it was nothing but challenge, which actually was very fun. It was very fun. So as a photographer, it was pushing me to my limits that I was comfortable. So except the elephant shots. I just couldn't get the elephants right. If you get the light from the left side,
You need to come back. There is something.
silhouettes, they are very hard to photograph. It pushed me to my edge, right to the edge of my skills. I managed to get this one here, right here, that you got. But it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. As I said, respecting the animals, their habitat. John wasn't just going anywhere and doing anything just to get the shots. And that was the main concern for me. I'm not a drive-through photographer. I like to take the shots. I want to share the knowledge, the beauty with other people, but not at any cost. What else I can tell you about safari? We never left any garbage behind. And that, maybe to some people, these are the small things, but to me, they're so big. We never left any garbage behind. We never left any broken trees or tracks. So we came, we shared the moment, we left the way it was. We left it the way it was. What else I can tell you? Pictures. Yeah. I got the birds.
Pictures, yeah.
I got the birds. I need to come back just to do one trip just for concentrating on the birds, because there's so many of them, and you cannot cover it in 1 6 days.
True. Yeah.
Okay, so you want me to share some pictures?
Yeah, sure. Everybody is waiting for that.
Yes.
Unfortunately, I don't have them in.
All are waiting for it.
And I don't have it in order. I was trying to put them in order, but can you see this?
No, it's not yet connected.
It's not connected. Let me just. I'm sharing my screen.
Phil is saying he's coming along with you next time.
I tried to get him to come, but unfortunately his work wouldn't allow. Okay, can you see this?
Yeah. You can make it full screen.
Yes.
Okay, so started with this one. Just the way
Yes.
everything was beautiful. This one it was tucked in right inside the tree, so it was really hard to get the exposure right, but it worked out nice. And the 2.8 400 mm gave a very nice ring in the background.
Yeah, the bouquet is so good.
Yeah, it was Cubs. This one was very hard to take because first of all, he was just too cute. He was way too cute. And trying to autofocus through those grass, it was a task by itself. So I did, I went on manual autofocus, and I tried to autofocus, manually focus on the eye, and tried to get the whiskers sharp. But then he would move, and then when I try to re-engage, as soon as I do a back button focus, but as soon as I try to re-engage the shutter, the VR would kick in and it would take it out of focus again. So I had to manually focus. By that time, he moved again. So it took a long time to get the shot. But there he is. He's this beautiful little lion cub. This one again.
Oh.
This one again, he was tucked in right into in the dark, and I really enjoy. I was waiting for him to get out of the bush, but I actually like this because including the habitat, it tells a story, and the early morning cheetah. Unfortunately, I heard that one of them was lost.
Yeah.
It was very sad.
In fact, One of the cheetah and one of the lion cub is also no more. The white is still alive. The brown is dead.
Yeah, it's very sad, very sad. But I got 4 of them, and just watching me interact with the mother, it's amazing for an animal that everyone thinks is so wild and very vicious, but they are so cuddly with their mom, and the love between the mother and the cub is just amazing. It's a pure love, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And here's the elephant. As I said, it was very hard to get the right exposure. I always wanted to get the elephant from a side angle so I can get the wrinkle and the skin and the shadows. But no matter what I did, it was either too dark
It's
or
beautiful.
exposed. And this one, what I did, actually, I got up. I went through the roof because I wanted the background to be all solid yellow, the grass in the background.
Yeah.
And, so very cute, very cute. I actually found that they're much easier to
Very, very.
photograph when they're wet. When they're wet, they much easier to photograph. But as I said, elephant pushed me to the edge of my photography skill. Very difficult. I still don't know how to take the proper elephant shot. That's for sure. This one, I took it with the 400 2.8 FL that I was actually, what do you call it again? Yeah, with Denisha's boyfriend.
You
The
steal my
400
boyfriend for a day.
The 400 2.8 that I have here, let me just bring it up here. This is a monster. It's very heavy, especially if you're hand holding it. It's very heavy. And when I tried yours, the FL version, it was just day and night. I think that is on my bucket list as well. My 50th birthday is coming up. Pushing for that. This one,
It's beautiful.
yeah, John spotted it.
Beautiful.
Managed to get a few shots of him flying away, and it's just gorgeous. The wing is just
Yeah.
beautiful. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, another thing on my list was the stretch. I got the male lion. I got both of them all stretched like this, and it's just beautiful. My own cat does this, so
Yeah.
it's beautiful. It's what else? This one. This one is calling the cubs. The cubs were all climbing the truck and playing around, so she was calling them back.
Yeah. These days, most of the cheetahs are climbing on top of the tire to get that heat.
Yeah.
Yes. And the shame. Is it the shame, or is he timid, shy? This is the shot that I got during the rain. It's kind of a story behind us. I saw the big storm approaching, the sky getting dark on the right-hand side, and me being the pilot, I had to get on my sources. So I told John, give me the 4G. I got on the internet. I went on my weather website for the aviation. I actually zoomed in on, took a satellite shots of exactly where we were, and I knew exactly where the sail was and which way it was moving. And I told John just to stick around because that storm is moving in, and the draft ahead of the storm created such a high winds, which we got the high winds, and then we got the rain, and there he is. This is the D and one and only Scar. I was so happy to see him because he is the most seeked lion in Masai Mara.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
and when you go back and read the story behind it and what happened to him, how he actually got the scar, and how he dominated since 2012, and it's just beautiful. And just very beautiful. I was so happy. My son has been sharing this picture all over the social media and with his friends. This is one more of this guy here. This one. I've been. I didn't edit any of this pictures, by the way. I've been getting an ear. Everyone's been on me about this shot, but hey, it's a boom boom shots and a twin boom boom shots, and it's beautiful. It's actually Dr. Peter Hudson. He published an article and a picture explaining exactly why they're black and white, and it's just beautiful. Here's this guy back again in the air. The wingspan is almost meters. It's huge. There's this guy again. And the Hermes blue. Hermes, this morning we tried to get the elephant on a mount and with the sun in the background, but unfortunately with the overcast we couldn't get the orangey glowy in the background. So and Hermes loves his 5,000 Kelvin, so I said why not 5,000 Kelvin, and there he is. It's beautiful. There's the lioness. The background was just beautiful with this with the 400 2.8, and the bouquet turned out to be beautiful.
Yeah, the creamy background.
Yeah.
Yes. Little hyena cup right in a bush.
Most of the people, this is one species that most of the people don't photograph, but
yeah, they got a bad rep because I mean, if a lion kills, they call him the king, but if this guy killed, tell him it was just a hyena. But they're beautiful, and here they are playing, very joyful. It brings the kid in you. It brings out the kid inside.
Yeah.
You.
Yeah.
Just watching these guys. And this is the one we got the first day, the first afternoon.
The first shot, I guess.
The first shot that we got. It was actually the schedule was perfect because the Emirates flight arrived in the morning, and I got the domestic flight into Mara. By the time we were in the camp, it was around 1 o'clock.
Yeah.
And at 3 o'clock, we were out again. And this guy, this lioness, made a kill not half a kilometers away from the camp. Not even that.
Almost, we drove almost 5 to 10 minutes.
And we saw her dragging the Pumbaa inside the bush. And the other shots were just amazing. But again, too graphic for social media.
Yeah.
Jackal. This is early in the morning, sunrise. I tried the 600 Kelvin with this one. The 8,000 was just too much, and so 600 worked out really nice. It's beautiful.
It is.
Oh.
Wow.
Here's that the love, mother and the cub.
That was a beautiful morning. Almost 2 hours. The show was there.
Oh, it was just amazing. It was just beautiful. As I said, I had to put the camera down and just look at it. Watch the real nature. Again, these are not edited, straight out of camera, raw. And they were not swimming, but they were walking through the grass, the tall grass, dew, and they end up getting wet. Same thing. I'm just hoping this is not the one that was lost.
I have no clue. And one is limping. Only two are healthy now. Wow.
Oh.
Yeah, when they were playing and fighting and jumping up and down, it was really hard for me to get them because they were, first of all, they were too far, and they were right between the grass, and my autofocus was keep picking up the grass, and so I had to go manual, but it was really hard to chase them. So what I did, I actually, when I put the TC on, and even with the TC, then the autofocus was actually slowing down much more, and it was really difficult. So this is only one or two shots that I got from that was sharp enough to share. And
Caboso.
Beautiful caboso. Yeah, the pattern is just beautiful. It's meant to be on her, not on anyone's clothes. And
she made us wait for almost 3 hours there.
Oh, worth it. It was worth it. As I said, the long wait, it wasn't boring. It was just watching them. It was a lot of fun, and it's worth the wait. I mean, this shot probably I don't know. I took it at 1/500th of a second. So when you wait 3 hours for 1/500th of a second, it's still worth it.
Yeah,
it is. It is.
Again,
The biggest nest holder.
First bird that I shot as we were just came out of the camp. Yeah. This is Scar's brother. Yeah, Skew. I actually Googled him on the internet, and when you look at some of his pictures from early on, from 5 years ago, and you can see the way he aged. He's old and bold, but he is there. He still means business, and
but he's missing now. I'm not sure whether he's still there, but he's missing for, I think.
Very sad. Very sad. I mean, he was looking at me straight on. We were eye to eye. Just the experience being eye to eye, but in line itself is amazing. There's the Scar again. On to the silhouettes. This one we took one evening, and it was it was an evening. It was an evening.
Yeah, it was evening.
Yeah, and I love the way John actually moved downhill. They were not right on the mount, on the crest of a mountain.
Yeah.
So John actually drove down to get the better angle, so to make it look like they're actually right on top. And
you and Ritika got almost the same picture, and I got something very different. I hope you remember that.
Yes. I did. This is a kiss on the kiss of the evening. Yes.
Yeah.
There's another one here.
Beautiful.
And here's Nisha's favorite.
Nisha's boy. Nisha's cub.
My cub. Lulu's
this is
cub.
Luluka.
Yeah. Luluka's.
Yeah, it's Luluka.
Yeah, she just slept the whole time. We
It is
2 hours, 2.5 hours. She slept the whole time, and I was hoping for her to get down, but maybe next time.
Next time.
Yes. Elephant again. Very hard.
That's beautiful.
It's a beautiful frame, though.
It's a beautiful shot.
But if you actually notice that it's still a little bit overexposed on some of the part, it's still overexposed. And you need the light to be the right angle so you can get the shadow right between the cracks, and at the same time get the face. So again, back on my list for the next time. This guy again on the perch. I'm just going to move through these guys. This is the one I was concentrating on portrait shots when Hermie said, be ready to go. So So right away I changed the setting, and sure enough, she took off. And look at the chest, and just the way.
I think it's almost a full frame, right?
This is full frame. This is all. And this.
Whoa. Whoa.
This is the shot of Masimara, and it didn't take just me pressing that shutter. There's lots of there were so many people involved behind this shot. Started with the Al Qudra Osprey Lake, concentrating on the Osprey, then meeting the legendary Mr. Fayaz and Hermie, moving on into Mara, and then getting the shot. It was it was a very mixed emotion for this because I always wanted to get the leopard on the cheetah on a mount, but it's such a cliche to have him sitting like that.
Ritika is saying the Baba Booyah moment.
Yeah, and so we got few shots, but I'm such a picky person. I wanted front legs to be parallel together. I want the back legs to be parallel, but enough so I can tell the right and the left leg. I want the tail to be curved, and I wanted him to look out with the chest out, with the sunset and the bushes and the vegetations and the mount and all of that, and the cloud, because I wanted to get some shadow in the sky. And this one, it's got all of that. And at one point, John started to drive away, and I was so surprised. I'm like, John, what are you doing? He started driving away. He went 200-300 meters to the left. And I'm like, John, I'm trying to get this shot. Why you moved? And he says, just hold on for a second. He will come and he will go right on that mount. I'm like, what are the chances of him walking down, passing 3 other mounts and going on this hump? Sure enough, that's exactly what he did. And this shot wouldn't be possible if John didn't drive down and park the way he did. And it was just beautiful. And I tried different settings. My fingers were going at 100 miles an hour trying to different settings. And a lot of photographers don't explore beyond their ISO band that is published. I mean, the manufacturers, they always publish a big range of ISO, but they only show you the minimum and the maximum. The rest of it is all extended just for marketing purposes. So in this case, I tried my lowest on my D5 was a ISO 100, and I wasn't happy with it because I didn't want it to get the glow right on the sun. So what I done with this shot, I went to extended ISO low of 0.3 on this one. So I went beyond my native ISO into the extended. And I tried it at 0.3 and a 0.7 and a 0.1, 1.0, and this one is at 0.7. So it absolutely has no noise. It's all creamy. The shadow, the light through the vegetation, the hair is the shot of my Masimara.
That is one of the best shot I have seen of a sunset, a silhouette of a cheetah. The best.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Now, me being me, if that tail was a little bit more curved, it would have been 100% perfect. But this is definitely going to be printed. Everyone's been asking me for this shot, and I said I'm not going to do it until I actually talk about it online with you guys. Then tonight I will post this.
Thank you. That's awesome.
There's one more here, and these are this one. Beautiful. Again, the 400 2.8.
Have you got the fight of this?
Yeah, the fight was just amazing. Us driving around with me with big lens, and it was just amazing. And I got some of those shots as well. We'll be sharing that on social media for sure. Yeah. This one, until that day, I didn't know the pattern on giraffes in Masai Mara is actually different than any other giraffes in the world. And they are just absolutely beautiful. Just watching them roaming around freely in their own habitat, living their own life the way they live without any disturbance is just unbelievable. It's beautiful. And I think this is it. These are some of the shots. I didn't want to bore you guys with more of that.
It was amazing. And I was waiting to see that image, the cheetah on the mount and on the sunset. It's one of that moment is definitely one of my favorite among not only yours, from all the silhouettes I have seen. So it's definitely
it's amazing. 3 photographers sitting in the same vehicle, taking the same subject, and every one of us got a different angle, and every one of us got a beautiful image of that moment. As I said, I don't like to take the picture the way I saw it. I want to also show the way I felt it and the mood. Tell the story.
It was an amazing trip, and your energy definitely was spectacular, and we had fun. We did definitely. The shooting part was always there.
It was a lot of fun, and it was fun because I didn't have to think about anything else. I didn't have to worry about my. It was not the planning. Everything was done, and I thank you guys a lot for. And I know how hard it is to plan every event, every safari, and even the days that we were out there and we were too busy following a target, the food was brought to us. We didn't have the time to get back to the camp. Brought to us, and everything was well thought of. Everything is organized. You guys did an amazing job. I highly recommend this. I mean, I strongly recommend anyone wants to go to Mara. Paws Trails and Malaika Camp is
Thank
the
you.
place. Yeah,
thank you.
Beautiful. I will definitely come back again. That's for sure.
Yeah, I'm waiting.
Ritika is saying thank you for the nostalgia trip.
As I said, it should be on everyone's bucket list. That's for sure.
Yeah, any nature lover. Anybody who like cats or any nature lover in general should visit this place.
Especially, yeah, exactly. If you love the animal, if you love the nature, if you're just out there just to taking pictures, I call them the drive-through photographers. There's different ways of approaching it, but this, if you want to go and breathe the same air, live the same life, enjoy their habitat, enjoy their beauty. And their interaction with the cubs and the way they live, the way they hunt, the way they eat. I mean, we followed those lines for 4 days.
Yes.
And then finally they did the kill, and the way they did it, it was just beautiful.
And they are still following. They're still following the same buffalo herd, and they're killing like in every 4 days or every 6 days. Not only that particular pride, 3 prides are kind of following these buffaloes in and around and killing either the young one, either the old one. Some of these days they start to kill the healthy ones as well.
Yeah, and I mean, 3 of them approached from one angle, and one of them disappeared, and I didn't know which one is going to do the attack. I knew the buffalo they were targeting because that was the weak one. Yeah. And all of a sudden, this lion comes around the bushes. He must have traveled at least 1.5 kilometers to go around, and he pops up. I mean, this is not the way. I mean, it's not like them. They're going to say, okay, you go here, I go here, and you do this, I do that. No, they do it without that, without even talking. So he came around and distracted the buffalo, and they attacked. And this, not the sad part, but the next day when we drove by, there was only half of the buffalo left, and all the buffaloes were all lining up, sniffing, paying their respect. It was just beautiful.
Yeah.
life and
Great.
respect.
Yeah.
A cycle of life. That's what the wildlife is all about.
We get to learn a lot of things.
Sorry, say it again.
We get to learn a lot of things. Only if you're there, you will get to experience that.
Of course. Especially as a wildlife photographer, you capture a subject, then you go and study about it, and the next time you go back, it's a totally different angle, different way of looking at it. Then because you know the habitat, the way they talk, the way they act. If they do this, they're gonna do that next. So and you learn so much. It makes you fall in love more and more with them. I got my
That's
own
true.
family roaming around here.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
that's the story. The more time you spend in the wild, you change as a person. You see things in a different angle, different perspective. Your stories are going to be different. Your experience is going to be different. Your frames are going to be different. So yeah, it's your time, it's your effort, your passion, your love. Everything matters.
Definitely.
You're getting a lot of big titles, Captain Attenborough of Kudra.
Yeah.
As Ritika said, if you are not a nature lover and want to explore and see, if you get converted to one, then go there.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Definitely.
And I think I definitely have one more request. You need to come again once more with your Elizabeth story for the next time.
Oh, definitely.
He's preparing that.
Article now, and Elizabeth is coming along very well. The first part is finished. For those of you who don't know Elizabeth, she's the
queen. Captain's girlfriend.
She's the queen of Al Qudra, the Kingfisher. It's 550 square meters, square kilometers of land, and you're looking for a bird this big. And we've been logging their activities, what time she comes and what she does. And one of my good friend Phil, amazing photographer, and we've been targeting Elizabeth, and we will write an article, and hopefully we will share the pictures and behind the scenes. And we're on the second part of the project now. We're trying to get the dive shots and in-flight shots.
Wonderful.
Right.
That's great.
That's our next one now.
So that's going to be our next edition with our captain.
Sujit Nicholas is asking how long you were in Mara.
6 days.
How long? 6 days.
6 days.
6 days. It went so fast. You're having fun. It went so fast. No time was wasted. Our dear John, our guide, he was very disciplined. He wanted at 4:30 on the truck, 5 o'clock on the truck, and he meant it. So we were out there. He was very keen. And when you see him drive, he always got his head going around. He's like a radar, always checking. And without him, I swear to God, without him, nothing would have, none of these pictures would have. Just bear with me here. I'm going to share my screen one more time. I want to share John with everyone here. Just give me 1 second, please. If anyone got a question, I can answer those while we're waiting.
There are so many spectacular.
Only appreciation, no questions.
No question. Okay, yeah, I'm going to share. Is my screen?
Yeah, it is there.
Yeah, it's there.
There's John.
You can.
Yeah.
Without him, none of this picture would have happened. This guy knows every living thing under a rock, above the tree, behind the bush. He knew exactly where everything was, all the subjects. And he's a great man. I love him so much. I Hello.
And I would like to thank one more person, your beloved wife, for supporting you so much.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, that's for sure. Because
Like the way he approaches, he's trying to invest into the next trip. No, she's amazing. She's always supportive. She's very supportive. She's actually when in Al Qudra, when I go on Al Qudra, I go every morning around 5:30, 6 o'clock, and usually when my second flex of coffee finishes, I come back. So she went and bought me a stove. She said, "Here's a stove. Here's a coffee. You can make your coffee out in the field, and you can come whenever you want." And this trip, I was hesitant to go and not to go with the corona, and she said, "No, you need it. You deserve it. It would be a great meditation for you." And she was the main reason behind
That's
the
very
whole
sweet.
actually coming up.
Great.
Okay.
Okay, then it was a great session, Captain.
Thank you so much, guys.
Thank you.
Thank Paws Trails, Malaika Cam, all the staff, the chef, the guys, and every single one. I thank everyone.
And the music.
And the music was I gotta play that. I want to also give a shout out to Nikon for sponsoring the logistical lenses for my trip. It was great, and it makes a difference when to support the local photographers, and that's what makes a difference from one company to another company. And it was very nice, so kind of. And thank you guys.
It's our pleasure.
It's a pleasure to host you.
I'm looking forward to do this again.
Yeah, sure.
Just sorry.
I mean, I'm just waiting for all of you to get back together.
Well, next time definitely I will come with Phil. Phil is getting ready with his brand new A1.
Oh, that's cool.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, he's getting his A1, his new baby, and definitely him and I will be joining you again.
Great.
Any other project you guys have, I will join. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. The Russian trip, if you're planning any Russian trip or Indian trip,
yes.
you can count me in.
Things in plan. The only thing is this COVID, and we don't want people to get stuck somewhere. That's the only reason we are kind of slightly slow down.
Yeah.
So you want to play the music before we sign off?
It brings back so much memory.
This was this song.
Indie Mama.
Wonderful way to finish 2020 going into 2021.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the place. Guys, if you guys out there, if you want to hear a sincere recommendation right from the bottom of my heart, without any publicity or marketing attached to it, you need to go tomorrow. You need to take these guys out on your nice wildlife photography, and you will not regret it. It's worth every second.
Thank you, Captain.
Thank you.
And all you have to do is just show up. Everything is planned. My Uber had my name already waiting for me in the middle of nowhere. Everything is planned. Everything is smooth. All you have to do is have your camera. You don't even need to have an external hard drive. Hermie will give you one. Love you guys.
Love you too.
We
So
love
much
you too.
wonderful experience.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Captain.
Okay.
Okay, so that was our experience with Captain through his words, and it was, as he mentioned, we were living every moment of that particular trip, and it was a blessed trip. In fact, the spectacular events and moments, especially that cheetah evening.
Yeah. Waiting for
Yeah.
the
So
next trip. We have
next,
a
yeah,
trip coming up on Feb 13 to
yeah, Valentine's
18.
Day. Then
Yeah, 13
yes,
to 18,
then
and one more trip from 9 to 15 of March.
March, then April
March
2nd
9
to
to
8th.
15, April 2nd to 8. 3 trips
Yeah,
coming up. If
yeah,
anybody is interested, please join.
yeah. And another thing is our next webinar is going to be on
On
12th,
12th, day
yeah,
after tomorrow.
day after tomorrow, same time.
Not day
All
after,
right,
the day after, day after.
day after day, the 12th. I mean, for me to calculate, it's quite difficult.
Yeah.
All right. So,
Okay, then.
you all
Take
please
care,
take care.
everybody. Stay away from Corona. Go, Corona, go.
Yeah, it's a tough time.
Yeah.
All right.
So, see you on 12th.
See you on
Bye-bye.
12th. Bye bye.